Okay, let's run through the accounting equation numbers for the horizontal financial statements as a quick and dirty supplement to the information from part one of this video where we were just trying to do the bank reconciliation. The second part is where you've got to actually go in there and adjust your books to cover this stuff. So let's go through that. There were three items in the reconciliation: credit memo for interest earned, non-sufficient funds check, and a service charge. So let's go through here and just take a quick look at what the entries would be. All right, so we got a credit memo where we earned $60 of interest. Well, cash goes up by 60 bucks, and it's a revenue. There's no expense associated with it. So I've got 60 bucks of assets. I need 60 bucks of liabilities and equity. Add the 60 bucks to retained earnings. Okay, so my liabilities and equity balance with my assets. If it flows to the income statement, it's going to flow over here into retained earnings. I'm going to save the cash flow stuff for last. All right, so the balance sheet balances, the total assets, total liabilities, and equity both go up by 60. The second item, there was an NSF check for $200. Well, when we deposited that check, we put it into cash, and so now it has to come out of cash because we didn't actually get $200, we got stiffed. Now that doesn't mean we're not going to get it in the future, it just gets transferred from cash to accounts receivable, because whoever wrote us that check still owes us 200 bucks and we're going to try and collect. But all this does is take it out of the cash account and slap it into the accounts receivable. That's the account for people owe me money. Okay. There is no asset effect, so there's no liabilities or equity effect. There's no revenue effect. That $200 was revenue when we put it, when we sold the goods to that customer, and it's still revenue. We just haven't collected on it yet. And then the third item, there was a bank fee, which means that take $20 out of the checking account, and that'll be a $20 expense, which is going to lower my, $200 there. That's why we reconcile things, because people type in the wrong numbers. All right, so the retained earnings goes down by 20 bucks. Okay, so notice that over here in net income, it's revenue minus expenses. So anything that happens over here in the net income is going to show up over here in the retained earnings. And anything that happens in the cash account is actually going to go through the cash flow statement, because all the cash flow statement is there to summarize what happened in the checking account over the period. All three of these are operating activities, all right, because they're just part and parcel of doing what it is we do for a living. So all three would be cash flow in the operating activities section. And that's all there is to the horizontal numbers for the horizontal financial statement numbers for the step-by-step bank reconciliation self-study problem on page 299.